Good morning, everybody in the world of the internet. Today we are doing a video I've been wanting to do for about a week now, and it's the BMX 25 compared to the Yeti 20, and yours truly, Old Red. For those of y'all don't know Old Red's been with me a long time. We're gonna see which one holds the ice the longest and which one is just pure hype. So in this video, we're testing all three. We're getting some ice, we're putting it in there. I'm gonna sit them out here in this 90-degree Florida sun. Heat index is a lot, and we're gonna see what happens. The 110% truth about these three coolers. So here we go, guys. I got him, Jack!
Oh, Jack's got one on the tree trunk.
Like this forever. I wanna stay right here with you. Wanna stay right here with you. As the rest we fall.
So for those of y'all that don't know me, my name is Jack, and I do everything from catch water moccasins and eat them, to cooking fish in the dishwasher, to watching the Blue Angels, to vlogging my life, to running around just saying America really loud. But in this video, we have a lineup of coolers that I think is going to be very interesting. Igloo saw that Old Red died in that tubing video.
Thank goodness. Get rid of that.
No! You saw that where the handle broke off, and I'd had that cooler for a long time. They sent me one of their new BMX 25. So I decided that I would throw it up against the Yeti, the one y'all saw me pick up when I was doing that comparison video against Old Red before Old Red died, when I filled it full of foam. You know that 3 genius ways to make your cooler better? I'll link it right here. All right, I know what you're thinking. You're gonna give me some crap about buying this Yeti cooler. I'm about as second minute as they come. My closet looks like a small arms race, but I had to buy this to do a test for this one and that one and these videos. Sex science, guys. So this is Old Red right here, been with me a long time. I'd say about 6 years. We've been in and out of all kinds of thick and thin. It's had fish, it's had stinky fish, it's had hot beer, it's had cold beer, it's had food. It's done a lot for me. But Old Red has passed away, handle broke on her, and there's really nothing I can do about that. It was just her time. She's gonna stick around the farm now, and probably just hold some beers over there for college football. So I thought nothing better than to put them all three against each other. I think Old Red's gonna do it to it. But you know, there's a difference in the price in all three, and they're all almost pretty much the same size. So you might be saying, hey Jack, how much does these coolers cost? Well, I can tell you that. This one I got from the Navy Commissary, the next, over here on the base, Corey Station, for $179, no tax. They're really about 200 bucks at Academy. This one right here retails for like 69, 70 bucks, somewhere around there. I think at Academy, actually it's a really good deal. You get these little rubber clasps on it, and it kind of gives it a good seal tuck to it. And I think that is going to be the difference in this game, okay? Because that one doesn't have a seal that like really anchors it down. All the air comes out the top, and if you noticed in that video, I filled the top part full of foam. So that was kind of the difference with the red one, because the top of those cheap coolers are not insulated. This one seems to be. So I think this one is gonna get a lot closer to this one. And for 69 bucks, you tell me. We're fixing to find out. I got a 16-pound bag of ice. All right, gotta grab 3 bags, one for each cooler, from the ice machine, and put one in each one of them. So they have the exact same amount of ice. Pretty much, they're the same size. I mean, within reason. We're not scientists here, we're just doing it for the sake of science. But for me, a cooler is like the lifeblood for me. It sits in the back of my truck at all times, and if you ain't got a cooler in the back of your truck at all times, you almost ain't no outdoorsman, you know what I mean? Because you gotta have one in the back of your truck. You never know when you got the fish back there. You gotta put a cold beer in there, just a cold Mountain Dew, some bottled waters. You're out there working, you gotta have a good cooler. But if they're too expensive, somebody will steal them. If they're not expensive enough, they won't hold ice. I mean, this is a big conundrum, people. Like, we can't just pass this stuff by. There's some real deep thought that has to go in these coolers, you know, because if you're gonna spend 200 bucks, 300 bucks on a cooler, you gotta know what for, all right? Because ice is like $2.50 sometimes at the store, or you can get $1.50 at the ice machine. Completely full of ice, 16 pounds. 16 pounds. Locked and loaded with these little rubber bungees here. Then we got 16 pounds in Old Red. In the grass. In the grass right here. Brought to us by this big cooler. Rock and roll. It is Wednesday, 6/12, 11:32. So pretty pumped about this test. One, remember I got this gray shirt on in case 3 days later I'm wearing another gray shirt because I like to wear gray shirts. And we've got all these coolers full. It's in the grass. It's gonna be about 90 something degrees today, mid to low 90s. It's Florida Panhandle weather. It's gonna be nasty, muggy, hot, and they're in the grass and they're not on the concrete. Because what? We're probably gonna have them in the grass, right? If we're out there fishing, we're out there slaying those big fishes, we got them in the grass, we got them in the sand. We'll leave them in the sun because tricks like you've seen me do, covering them up and things like that, we don't want to know with tricks what these coolers can do. I want to know what the advertisement said they could do. Didn't say anything about covering them up. And you know, also, nobody actually cools these things before they put ice in them. They still ice in them. And it's ice from the same machine I got. A little hard, a little slushy, hard slushy. And so that's what we put in there, which you'd get from the ice machine. That's my test. That's my independent variable, dependent variable / scientific experiment. It's putting ice in coolers, baby. All right, so it's the next day. It is Thursday, 13:45, okay? That means 1:45 the next day. We're gonna see what's left with the ice here. All right, 1, 2, 3. Start from this side. It looks like a slushie's on its way. Not bad at all, not bad at all. Let's try this one. Comparative. Not bad. And this one, oh, quite different. It's a slush. Failing me, old Red, you're failing me. All right, so we're at day 3. I think it's day 3. It's Friday. Friday, 10:27 in the AM. And we've got these coolers and we're gonna check on them again. We got the Yeti, Igloo, and Igloo. 179, 200, 69, Academy price. Igloo, 16 bucks, 10 years old, with holes in the top and foam. So, that's what we got going on here, day 3. Not bad. Only open these things like pretty much every time you've seen me open it. So, let's try this one. What we got going on? We got slushy. And let's see, old Red. We got water. We got water. Nothing but water. Sorry, Red, you're out. You're out. Game over. Game over, you failed me. I want you to sit over there in the corner and think about what you just did. So, this Igloo one right here is supposed to be considered like a 5-day cooler. It's not gonna last 5 days. It's probably gonna last into this day, and it's over. The Igloo here, it's probably gonna last into tomorrow, day 4. This video is gonna turn really long, so I'm gonna call it a 4-day cooler. I think we're kind of seeing a trend here. I don't know, for 69 bucks for a solid 3-day cooler. The problem I'm seeing is right here is a 2-piece handle, which I don't know why they did this. 2-piece, because this is just gonna wind up being the weakest point and breaking like that. Which for 16 bucks, I don't mind that. I mean, it's a single piece handle and it lasted pretty well. The Yeti over here has this metal handle, which is a lot better, but this thing stinks right here. I don't know why they put this foam handle on here. It literally makes your hand stink. This is that, I guess it's roto-molded or whatever, and it's a lot more durable than, you know, just this. Do get a complimentary fish measurer though. So that's kind of my thinking on these. It's really like, not which one's better than the other. It's like, which one's gonna last longer? I mean, this one's gonna last years. This one will last a few years. And that one's lasted about 6 years. But it's seen its better days. They're just thinly made. They're not made to last forever. This one's probably gonna last longer than that one. But that one's 60 bucks. This one's 200 bucks. That one was 16 bucks. I mean, you're just gonna have to make your own decision on these. Okay guys, so it is Okay, so it's 3:11 on Friday. As you can see, I'm gonna check them. All right, let's see what we got. All right, this one still got plenty of ice. Pretty good. Oh, this one's kind of slushy. Pretty good. Not bad. That one's done. I mean, I'm gonna say, you know, by morning that is gonna be toast. Yeah. I think it's gonna drain. So I'm just gonna call it and say this one's gonna go another day at least. But in summation, I've done my best to like really put out all the different angles of this. It's really a price comparison of quality and price. You know, if you know it's probably gonna get stolen or you're gonna be beating it up or you don't want a super heavy, expensive cooler, go for the cheap one. If you want a middle of the road, there's the Igloo one or some of these other brands that make that middle of the road. For another $100 for another 6 hours of ice, I don't know if I could say I would actually go and buy it. The Yeti is, or whatever comparable brand at that price point, whatever you want to say, they are made well and they'll last a long time, whereas these cheaper coolers will break and wear out. But I know it's sitting in the back of my truck all the time. Somebody will either steal it or the sun will kill it or whatever. So I would probably align more with the cheaper coolers than the expensive ones. Depends if you're going out for a long time and not just a day trip at the beach. Those are all things to take into comparison, and for me, I would probably shoot for the middle of the road cooler and just roll with it. That's my opinion and I'm sticking to it, baby. Thanks for sticking around. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next video. See you later.